What is good, everybody? I am back with a brand new video, and today I'm going to be going over a disc that completely shocked me, and that is the Halo Sonic. When I first originally bought this disc, it was, well, to make a YouTube video, but I also thought it was going to be more of a kind of a gag disc, I guess, kind of a joke, kind of like the Polecat was. The Halo Polecat I also got, threw it around. The Polecat was fun to throw, but I couldn't see myself bagging it. The Halo Sonic, on the other hand, I'm definitely going to be giving this disc a chance in the bag. It's a disc where I feel like, well, actually my buddy put it perfect. He said, seems like a disc that's in between. It's a little bit too far for a jump putt, but a little bit too close for a throw. And that's kind of where I think this disc comes in handy. If you don't know anything about the Sonic mold, it is shaped more as a miniature frisbee. It even has the frisbee grooves on top. It feels kind of like a Polecat, but it's got this little dome at the top, this little lip at the top, as where the Polecat is a complete lid. It's flat all the way across. So this one feels a little bit better to hold in the hand. One thing I will say is that it's gonna feel different, it's gonna feel odd, and it's something that I'm working on getting over and experimenting with, because the feel is definitely a bit different. It's got this little bit of a bump on the underside, and so it kind of feels weird to like fan grip it. So my hands are kind of small enough to sit right inside the groove, but I power grip it because my fingers can kind of sit in between that groove. Overall, definitely gonna have to get over the feeling if you get this disc, but it is a pretty much a point and shoot flyer. Much more stable than I had ever expected. I definitely thought you were just gonna kind of roll it over, but as of now, it's kind of stable. I assume that once I throw it a lot, it's not a disc that's gonna maybe hold up necessarily. Even though it's in that Halo plastic, the mold itself is supposed to be, you know, a little bit understable. So that's kind of what I'm still expecting, even with the Halo plastic. When it comes to off the tee, is kind of really where it shocked me with the stability. Because you can kind of give this some power. I mean, I was throwing some full power shots, and it kind of flips up, and you'll get this slight like drifting to the right action. The flight overall, I was thinking if you full powered one of these things, it's just gonna absolutely roll and kind of be useless, you know, off the tee. But definitely, you could put this flat or just a little bit of hyzer and just kind of watch it go dead straight. It really is one of those point and shoot kind of discs. That's kind of why I started loving it, because it doesn't really get off that straight line. You got to give it some height, like you do slower speed discs in general. Give it some height, just kind of watch it float. It's very, very fun to throw. One of my biggest things right now that I'm working on with the Sonic is speed control. It seems as if much like the Polecat gets to the basket typically and just drops out of the air. That's my experience with the Polecat. This, since it reminds me of a Polecat, I think it's gonna do the same thing, but it seems to be much more glidey. You don't have to put a lot of power, obviously, on this disc. Oftentimes on my upshots, I've been going past the basket when I think I'm throwing it relatively soft. That is definitely one thing I'm gonna have to get used to, because it's much more glidey, just like a ultimate frisbee. It just kind of goes with hardly any power. Now, other than the point and shoot shot, it is a great disc for those little touch Annie shots around some trees, something you need to stay on anhyzer and just kind of float toward the basket. This disc is going to do. As you can see in this shot right here, it's just a perfect anhyzer shot, very smooth. Don't have to throw it hard or anything, and it's just kind of floating there toward the basket. Almost thought that one was in. If you come from a ultimate background and you haven't tried a Sonic out, I really recommend it. I would say any sort of frisbee player, ultimate, or maybe just a beach frisbee even, you're really probably gonna be at home with this disc. If you need something that's, you know, that putt and approach disc, it really could be the Halo Sonic. I haven't thrown any Sonics in different plastics. I'm not even sure what all plastic the Sonic comes in, to be completely honest with you. I assume that it's not as stable as this, and flight numbers I think have the Sonic at like a -4. I'm really not seeing that until I put it on a little hyzer and it just kind of stays on that. But I assume that it's not going to take long to, you know, beat one of these in. Anyway, guys, that's my thoughts on the Halo Sonic. Let me know if you have picked one up, if you've thrown Sonics in general. This is the first Sonic that I have ever thrown, and I I am actually shocked. I definitely thought it was going to be more of a joke. I know Garrett Gurthie threw him a lot, and he's a professional. I am not knocking the disc at all. I just didn't think I personally would like it. I thought it was going to be those ones I did a video on, and it kind of sat around, but I'm kind of enjoying this thing. So anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Go follow Chasing Chains _ on Instagram, where we post there daily, and I will see you on the next one.